there, this is Gary Wales, and it's Tuesday, the 16th of June, and I'm just going to give you a little shot of the garage. I've been working my head off on my newest project, and I'll show it to you now. Let's get over here and start from here. Okay? This is the rear end of my latest project. It's called the ReOak, 1917 ReOak. This was a chassis, a ReOak chassis that a friend of mine had found out in the Mojave Desert. And it was a ReOak speed wagon, which means it was an old truck and had like a dump truck off the back of it. And very long chassis and with just the four wheels. And so what he did is he picked it up, brought it out, and took it out in a trailer, and he said, Wales, he says, I want you to buy this. And I says, I don't want that thing. So what am I going to do with it? You know, it's an old rusty, crappy deal. He says, no, it's just the body is crappy. He said, but the piece itself is absolutely fantastic. He says it was been sitting in the desert for 50 years. And so I said, I still don't want it. And he says, I'll tell you what, it comes with 4 brand new tires. And I says, it does? And these are the tires, and the wheels were really good on this truck. So what I did is I said, yeah, okay, I'll do that. But the engine was completely buggered. There was nothing left on it that was any good at all. So what we did is I found an Oakland engine, an Oakland car that had never been really out of LA. It was just a lovely thing. And I reinstalled it, and we call it a ReOak. Now, I've done some unusual things. This is called the Lucky Buck, and you can see why it's called the Lucky Buck, because it's all full of silver dollars. You can see them all over this thing. It's just a wonderful old piece. So I built a body for it, designed and built the body for it. And let me show you what makes this rather unique, okay? Here's your side panel with all the silver dollars and the air for all the vents and so forth. But check this out, okay? This will be a little different. It's a little difficult doing it with 0 hand, but other than 1. So, there it goes. But check this out. You lift this up, and guess what opens up? Complete access to the engine compartment. Let me get it over here like that. Here it is, complete access to the engine department. But where you can actually work on it. Isn't this something? One of my crazy ideas, but it's sure the heck works. And then this just drops down. I have this heavy brass thing. And then you just zip it up with this again. Isn't it wonderful? Well, I think it's wonderful. And I'm just now finishing it here. Today, I did a lot of work on it. It has a speed tail on it from a 2020 McLaren shape. And then I put my iconic fin on the back. And this is the drive wheel, brake wheel. The second wheel just hits it and turns a little bit when you're moving it around. You see how it goes like that. It's kind of a cool thing. So it's a little step plate. It's sitting very high right now because it's up on the stand. But notice the dashboard. Made all of this up. Got the original steering wheel. It was in about 40 pieces and glued it all back together and finished it. And this piece right here was done by a friend of mine probably 15 or 20 years ago, and I had it on another car and it didn't work very good on that, and so I saved it and brought it back out, and here we put it on. This is to assist when you're getting in, right here, just something to put your hand on. But it's quite a lovely piece. This was an old table that we got out of the market on it's just a lot of stuff. And this is a panel from the Ontario Speedway truck that I bought, fire truck, and it was really a bummer. It just couldn't be used. So I cut this piece out, and anyhow, I fitted it in here. So this is the access to the interior of it on both sides. And it's kind of like a little Tiger Speedway. There it is. So if you have any comments on it, I would appreciate it. It's just a fun thing. And I just finished today the back rear piece here to give it that bit of a grounding on it. But there's 1,300 screws in it, and the only purpose that they serve is to look cool, because it's all beautiful mahogany, and they all wind up. And we had Billy Bob Joe Jack come and pinstripe it for me, and this is it. So if you have any comments, I would appreciate them, and enjoy it. It's kind of a fun thing to do. Anyway, this is it, and soon to be on show. Thank you.